Elimination Chamber 2025. Everyone has probably already done a review show, but I live in England, so when it finished for me, it was like 3:30 in the morning. And then me talking with this deep, stupid voice, okay, I would probably wake the entire neighbourhood up. So it's late. What I've done, got my phone, took some notes, try and remember everything. I don't remember anything, but what I do remember is a good show. Now, the Women's Elimination Chamber, to me, was literally so quick. When it was quick, then it would just suddenly stop. I don't know if you guys agree, basically, but to me, it was like, great. Okay, well, wait a second. Great. Okay, well, wait a second. Like, I don't think anybody got eliminated until everyone was in the ring, except from Naomi, because it was Naomi, spoiler alert, and Liv Morgan starting. Okay, and you had Jade Cargill walking down. Everyone's like, she's going to attack Liv. She's going to attack Liv. Okay, and then you've got people going, I always knew it was Naomi, but you still don't know if it was Naomi. We could just think it's Naomi, or Jade thinks it's Naomi, and she basically just literally wipes out Naomi. Okay, you've got Bianca Belair getting really stressed and upset. Okay, she's the next person out. She is. Okay, then that's followed by Roxanne Perez, followed by Bayley, followed by Alexa Bliss, I think. So you've got Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Roxanne Perez, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, sorry. And obviously you've already had Naomi be eliminated. One thing as well is, I don't know if it was, but I don't know the time gap between the actual opening of pods. I'm pretty sure it used to be like 5 minutes, whereas this seemed shorter. And the fact that they counted down from 15 seconds to 0 rather than 10, I was like, that's different. I don't know if I like it or not. But it's the same thing. I mean, it makes no difference, really. Anyway, so obviously Naomi was the first person to be eliminated by somebody who wasn't even in the match. Bayley got eliminated by an Oblivion, by Liv Morgan, obviously. Roxanne Perez got eliminated by Alexa Bliss from a Twisted Bliss. Then you had the referee slowly getting to, Bianca Belair pinning Liv Morgan. Then you had Alexa Bliss being pinned from Liv Morgan by some weird, like, roll-through pin sort of thing. I don't really know what it's called. She got pinned. Yeah. And then, obviously, Liv Morgan, obviously, got pinned by Bianca Belair from the KOD. She attempted it, failed, okay. She went for the Oblivion, failed, and obviously she finally hit the KOD, the Kiss of Death, I believe it's called. And she won. So you had Bianca obviously pointing to the WrestleMania sign on the ramp. Rhea comes out and Io Sky comes out. I would personally rather just see Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, but it will be what it will be. Okay, not a bad match. I've seen better. I've seen worse. I mean, I chose Bianca Belair correctly, so go me. Woohoo. It's very rare to get something right. Then you had the tag team match of Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Basically, they just ragdolled Trish Stratus about for a bit. Tiffany Stratton took some kind of like, power pack thing. So she was obviously much stronger, showing off all the power moves onto Nia Jax. Candice LeRae pushed Tiffany when she went for the prettiest moonsault, but it wasn't the prettiest moonsault because it looked like it was going to go wrong anyway. Trish Stratus hit like a super bulldog, a super Stratisfaction from the top rope, which was great to see. And then Tiffany hit Nia Jax with the prettiest moonsault ever. It's like, yeah. And then they won. Nothing great, nothing terrible. It was nice to see Trish Stratus obviously wrestling in her hometown after 25 years. Her kids can watch her. If you missed this match, did you miss much? No. If you watched this match, did you miss much? No. Either way, it's just, I probably wouldn't go back and watch it, but I didn't regret watching it. Plain and simple. So far, the women's matches been great, been good. I mean, you're wondering what's going on. Then we had the unsanctioned match after loads of adverts. Okay, they changed the lighting down a bit. Obviously, the referee was only there to count the submission or the pinfall. I personally think the way you should do like an unsanctioned match is literally just no referee, nothing. You've got 20 minutes to do whatever the hell you want. Where it's like, in them 20 minutes, like once it's done, okay, no matter if you both stand in, one stand in, no one stand in, you're done. You've got people getting involved all the time. It's like, well, if WWE doesn't account for anything, or it's not reliable, whatever that word is, okay, then why are they out there? It's, yeah. We had tables, barbed wire steel chairs, okay, people getting dropped on them with blue thunder bombs, being pushed off the ring apron, or the rope, I should say, through the two tables. I mean, like suplexes through other tables. Obviously got the ring apron power bomb like twice. They messed one up, but they basically recovered from it, which was great. You got hockey sticks, Kevin Owens biting Sami Zayn. Sami obviously selling his neck quite a lot. But for it to be an unsanctioned match, I expected a hell of a lot more. I know it sounds wrong because they did do a lot, but to me, that was just a normal like hardcore match, street fight, no disqualifications. I wanted something extra, and it didn't seem like a lot was there. But then you had Kevin Owens going to pile drive Sami Zayn onto the actual concrete floor because apparently 12 people can't separate them. But then you had Randy Orton returning, which I predicted, I believe. I've said after the match he should come back or the next night, so I was correct. So that's the Elimination Chamber correctly, the tag team correctly, Kevin Owens winning correctly, and then you had Randy Orton obviously returning, which if you want to count as a prediction, you can. If you don't, it's okay. And obviously he hits Randy Orton with the RKO, looked really, really good. And obviously he goes for his punt kick. I think he'll have bold Randy Orton coming back is what you wanted. Then I got really annoyed because I was like, why have you stopped the punt kick? And obviously I thought to myself, because I was thinking to myself, not talking. If he hits the punt kick, and then next night Kevin Owens is back on SmackDown or Raw or whatever show they want to be on these days, I was like, you've just no sold it. That move should be sold for like, you know, a good few weeks. But I do think they're going to build up to obviously Randy Orton doing it because they showed that he's willing to do it. But obviously when he went for it, obviously he was interrupted by literally everyone. You have like Jason Jordan, Kenny Dykstra, Hurricane, people, referees, security guards, all sorts. But as an actual match for them two, I really enjoyed it. I just wish there was something a little bit more. The way they were talking, like they're going to do like absolutely everything. They did a lot, but not everything. Then we have the Elimination Chamber match. First of all, you had Logan Paul entering the wrong pod, I believe, which made no sense because couldn't they just open that pod later on? But I'm sure they maybe like opened in a certain order. But I might be wrong, that was just stupid. You had Drew and Seth starting the match, like a WrestleMania 40, sort of like rematch. That was good. Two people got eliminated before the last pod was open because the order of the actual pods being open were Damian Priest, Logan Paul, John Cena, CM Punk. Because obviously then you had the two starting the ring, which obviously was just Drew and Seth. So Drew was eliminated first because I believe he hit a Claymore onto John Cena, but then he got rolled up again by Damian Priest because he took his eye off the actual main prize, trying to basically get into Cena's face. So obviously, you know, he took that advantage. But then Drew hit a Claymore onto Damian Priest because obviously he was annoyed, which means Logan Paul hit the frog splash from the top of the actual pod, so he went down. Then you had Logan Paul get eliminated by CM Punk with a GTS. So then it came down to Seth, Cena and Punk. Obviously Seth was annoyed earlier in the match because he wanted basically Punk to himself. He told Cena to take his part-time Hollywood ass, I believe, back to Hollywood. So that annoyed Cena, obviously. Them two sort of like worked together just to take Seth out. It ended up being a GTS into an AA into CM Punk basically pinning Seth. CM Punk eliminated Seth from an AA, but obviously he didn't deliver it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Makes sense? Yes. Okay. So that annoyed obviously Seth. Okay, you had obviously Cena and Punk obviously hugging each other, obviously showing respect. But then you had, before Seth left the ring, he hit a curb stomp, or just a stomp these days, in the Elimination Chamber on the metal flooring. Cena basically seen it as like an opportunity. I was like, is that Cena turning heel there? Is this like a little bit of an inkling and a bit of a clue? Or is he just desperate? I wasn't too sure. Then obviously he hits the weirdest looking STFU, or what he calls it these days, the STF, I don't know what he calls it. But it just looked really, really weird. Then obviously CM Punk passes out. Cena celebrates, obviously says thank you to Toronto. Thank you to Toronto. Yeah, that was correct, but it sounded weird. So because John Cena won, I predicted CM Punk wrong, but he came second, so that's close. Yeah. And then obviously Cody Rhodes comes out to obviously address the final boss about his obviously selling of his soul. And that's The Rock stealing another main event spot from CM Punk, which is kind of like ironically funny at the end. I was like, why is Cena still in the ring? It's like he's not just going to stay there for a reason, so you knew something was going to happen. Nobody knew what. People can obviously guess, and because you've guessed correctly, it doesn't mean you knew. Makes sense. And obviously, Cody says he sold his soul a long time ago to obviously the ring, the company, the people, whatever it was, and he told Rock to go F himself, which I genuinely believe Dwayne Johnson would actually do if he could. And then obviously you got Cena doing his overreacting thing, oh haha, this is funny sort of thing. And obviously Cena hugs Cody, Rock basically tells Cena basically to pull the trigger, and then Cena low blows Cody. It's like, first of all, it's like, this is just bad. He's going to be around for like 10 months or whatever it is. Why would you end it on a heel run? And I thought, you know what, I'm actually genuinely interested in this. I personally think they've done it just to try and make Cody Rhodes an even more of a bigger babyface. So you've got obviously John Cena basically beating down Cody Rhodes with the brass knuckles, whatever you want to call them. The title belt over his head. The Rock whipping him with the belt. You know, that weird weightlifting belt sort of thing. So it was like a bloody mess in the ring. Then you had Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, even Pat McAfee basically walking Cody to the back. You had John Cena and The Rock standing there basically saying we're so proud of ourselves. John Cena basically refusing to address it on the post show. So I am actually interested in seeing it. Like before, I used to get so annoyed looking like they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. But I'm not here to book the wrestling show. I'm here to give my opinions. Like initially I thought it was stupid having John Cena turn heel, but I don't know what the actual storyline is going to be. So why don't I let it play out? And obviously at the end of his actual retirement tour, I can just say, okay, yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, okay, that was bad. Great, good, whatever. Anyway, that is my predictions. No, it's not. Anyway, that's my opinion of WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. If you've watched this video, I am sorry I bored you. I do apologise. Okay. All in all, the show was good. I enjoyed it. If I gave it a rating, I would be boring because it's pointless. Anyway, let me know your opinions on it. Let me know what you think of my opinions. Okay, if the video is bad, let me know so I can correct it. Or you could just watch and say that was terrible and do nothing else. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.